Yes?
Come on, let's go.
Yes?
I have a few You know Shadow Lair well?
Well, especially my neighborhood. I never went outside it too much, especially down...
I'll have to show you the slums then.
Thanks, I'd like that. While we're on the
Mary, the Technomancer?
Yeah, I thought about it and I'm pretty sure I saw her downtown one day. During a...
Odd. And... good to be back?
Absolutely. Without you, I'd still be in the camp. Or rather... Anyway, I don't really like thinking where I'd...
Don't worry about it. Even if things are really tense here too, at least you're back home. Come on, let's...
My parents have a store in the neighborhood. They're going to flip out when they see us. Wow. Can't believe that place is still there. A little further. The store's on the left.
Innocence, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but we gotta go. Pretty obvious we're not safe here, especially if they're watching the house.
Roy, my parent...
Look, they're probably dead. Yeah, and I understand you want to know more about it, but I'm pretty sure they won't want you to go risking your...
Yeah, you're right.
You there! You're under arrest! Stop right...
Are you Tenacity, the bounty hunter?
That's me.
I have a contract for you. A man we want to find.
I consider it done. What's his name?
His name's Temperance, but he calls himself Roy. He refuses to join us. He's a renegade. You must be careful, it's said that he's armed.
Armed? You think I usually go after Boy Scouts? Anyway, I know this Roy. I didn't know he was a renegade. We even worked together back in the day. Tough guy. It's gonna cost you.
Name your price. We can't let this man walk free. And if he dies, we'll only be grateful.
All right, I'll be back with his body in a bit. Gonna get out of here. Just stench is pissing my dog off.
I don't think they could follow us. You all right?
Not too well. I need to understand what happened. Somebody's got to know something.
I'm really sorry, kid. I know what you're going through and why you need answers, but my priority is for us to survive, too. We gotta find a place to hide out. I had somewhere not far from here back in the day, so let's go see if it's still...
Okay, you're probably right. Roy, I've never felt this way. I'm so fucking angry. Yet I can't even cry.
I understand, I promise. We'll go find Charity after. If anyone knows anything about a rebel or is it...
Thanks. Really, thank you. You seem to...
Forget it. Come on, let's go.
Yes?
I have a few questions to ask. You said your parents were in the militia?
Yes. My father got wounded in combat a long time ago, but he didn't want to stop fighting. So when the militia started, he and my mother joined up.
A noble intention, except I get the impression the militia isn't around much in these parts. Maybe they all
That'd be strange. The militia's still useful.
Come on.
Yes?
I have a... To get their house destroyed like this, my guess is your parent...
I honestly didn't care about that stuff at all before I went to war. But it's true, a lot of people used to drop asking for advice, all that kind of stuff. Man, do I regret not paying more attention.
No point in thinking about the pet. You holding up?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of it.
If you ever need a hand, you...
Thank you, really. It's hard, but thanks to you,
You seem to be only thinking about the resistance.
It's true. I hope they'll help me understand. To get over my parents, too.
I understand. Come on.
Yes?
Come on. A little. I got a few Any trouble?
But... Hi.
I got... You heard any?
Yeah, of course. But they keep pretty much to themselves, to be honest. They're even called terrorists most of the time. And sometimes it's true that...
We should be okay now, but we're gonna need information, and I figure we're gonna need charity for that.
Yes?
Come on.
handsome Roy is back. And with a cute...
Charity, this is innocence. Innocence, this is charity. A great...
A great lady. Don't listen to him, boy. I used to be a whore. Nothing more. But I don't keep my ears plugged.
That's kind of why we came to see you. We'd like to know what happened to some
Former militia. His family, I suppose. Poor kid. Pretty much all of them were arrested.
I imagine there's a kind of a resistance movement, seeing what the government's like. Kid wants to get in touch.
You know, they're a secret society. And a secret society is, well... And I need a favor. A friend of mine disappeared. She left a while back to go to Tierville. And she never came back.
In the shopping district, huh? No.
Yes?
Come on.
Hi. Wanna
Show me what you...
All that technomancer shit for just one guy. Man, it would suck to be him. Yeah, looking for some renegade technomancer, they say. Can you believe that?
Hey, you, sir. Listen, you think you could...
Problem?
You can say that again, but I think you're the guy for the job. From what I've seen, you're not the kind scared of duking it out with scumbags.
I'm not planning on making a career out of it.
Of course, but it's for a good cause, see? There's this gang of junkies that's set up in my workshop. I can't go there anymore. And if I can't work, well, I can't earn a living. I'll pay you.
I get the impression you're not exactly short on junkies around here.
Used to be they kept a low profile, but when the army started checking everyone going around the shadow layer, they figured out pretty quick it was a field day for them. The soldiers are too busy standing around at checkpoints on the main streets to go chasing junkies around the slums. So this bunch of bums set up in my place, in my workshop, and there's not a thing I can do. But you'll help me, right? Please.
So I get a bunch of addicts out of your place. Then what?
Then I'll give you some serum, of course. And if you ever need a hand, you just let me know. Turnabout and all that, right?
All right, I'll go see those squatters.
Thank you so much. I owe you. And actually, I'm the craftsman round here.
Roy, wandering evictor. Later.
Don't you take me for a fool, Chance. I can see you've been taking it again. You're looking for trouble? What? Who are you?
Delivery man? I got an order to deliver a dozen kicks in the ass at this address. Won't take long, promise.
Oh yeah? You just tried, you fucking fuck!
Please don't hurt them. They're just kids.
They look old enough to stand and walk to the door, unless maybe they want to crawl.
But they don't know what they're doing. That drug makes them that way. They have no idea what they're doing. To other people and themselves.
Are you suggesting I let a guy who didn't do a thing pay for them?
No, of course not. That's not what I meant. But violence will only make things worse. I can hardly get through to my son. Please, they're just kids. Go after the ones who take advantage.
So basically, you want me to take out their dealer? I don't really see how that's any of my business.
They're squatting here to hide, and because their dealer's nearby. If you cut off their supply, you'll be creating a long-term answer to your problem. And you'll be...
All right, I'll go find the dealer. Just don't make me
Oh, thank you. Believe me, they'll react fast. I'm a nurse, and I know the effects of all these... Their dealer's called Serenity, I think. He has a place in the shanty. I'll show you on your map.
All right, I'll go pay him a visit.
Beware, brothers. Magical man, I have nothing to say.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
This city's a fucking nightmare now. You can't go 3 feet without a patrol stopping you. There's a checkpoint up ahead. They're stopping everybody. And I would just get my papers stolen.
There any way around the checkpoint?
Not to where I'm going. There's always a way to get replacement papers, of course. But the guy who does them is kind of hard to find, you know? The authorities are on his ass big time.
The war's over, so why check everyone?
Well, I guess it's because of politics. I probably shouldn't say this to someone I don't know, but the Technomancers didn't make too many friends when they took out the militia. Now there's a resistance. Guys against the authorities. That's why we got all these checkpoints. That and because it seems there's some guy in town who's on the run. I even heard that the Technomancers hired a bounty hunter to track him down. But, well, you know. Anyway, none of it's good for business.
You said something about a guy who does papers. Wouldn't know where he...
I run a bar, so I hear things. But look, I'll tell you if you get ID for...
Yeah, okay, I'll get some for you.
Thanks, buddy. He's hiding out in the north neighborhood, where the gangs...
Later.
Papers?
Listen, I just got out of an abundance camp.
Yeah. Except we never seen anyone get out before. They didn't start really...
Halt! Stop right there. We're conducting a search.
Hi. I heard you're the person to see when you lose your ID.
Oh, yeah? Maybe you misunderstood.
Roy. Tranquility Center.
That old son of a bitch.
Apparently. I also figured maybe you could help me too,
Did you now? Roy, huh? Well, we're not off to a good start. I don't know where you're from, but this is Aurora here. You gotta get yourself a nice virtue name if you don't want to get arrested first. Well, I mean, I'm just saying that in case someone did happen to be able to do.
What's going on around here? Why is...
You think the place was run by the people? What planet you from? Mars never had anything like that, and it's not the day after we win a war by some trick that everything's gonna change. The Army's checking everybody's identity, especially on the main roads. If you don't have the right papers, only thing you can do is join...
Okay, how can I get lit?
Honestly?
The bartender seemed to know what he was talking about when he sent me to you, and he knew where you hang out.
Well, a bartender should quit the booze before he starts talking bullshit to some guy nobody ever met. And listen, if you want papers that'll do the trick, you need a forger worthy of the name.
Maybe I could help you.
You think so? You can always try. Dressed like an escaped prisoner the way you are, you probably couldn't afford him otherwise.
I'm listening.
Well, it seems someone ratted on the guy. No.
So they might find something.
Well, he ain't exactly stupid, you know? He just doesn't leave evidence like. They'll keep his place on the watch until they got something.
So what do you say?
Me? Nothing. But as long as those soldiers are sitting in the guy's workshop. But I just might happen to have a few interesting bits. If the army found it in some gangs.
That's a good tip. All right, I'll go visit the workshop. Later. It's done.
Halt! Stop right there.
I don't know what you're looking for here, but I got a good... There's a gang that works not far from here. One of their guys came up to me and tried to sell me some fake ID. I turned him down, of course, but...
Oh, that's exactly what we're looking for here. Hey guys, let's go.
So?
You can use your workshop again.
Ha! Good work, Roy. How'd you do it?
I did like you suggested. Drew their attention to that gang's suspicious activities. They went for it in a flash. It was
You got a knack for convincing people, that's for sure. Good work, my man. Our friend will be able to get back to work.
You gonna keep that?
Do I look like I'm playing games? Okay, if you got no more questions...
You and Tranquility.
Enough to know he's real smart. But I know how to keep my... He used to organize fights, but couldn't pay me what I won. Since then, he sends me customers when they seem reliable. He's almost...
You fight?
So I can come up against someone like...
So, you got...
Forged? What for? Here are your papers, Mr. Resilience. You must have...
what was I thinking? Resilience?
What, disappointed? You wanted honor, maybe? That kind of name's just for the elite, my man. And I gotta at least your name fits you pretty good. And it's pretty rare, too. Getting a name like that attributed at birth traumatized...
That'll do. It's just a piece of...
Hey, show my...
Tranquility needs no idea.
Yeah, I got that. I told that bastard not to send anybody anymore, but you here. A little present for...
You and Drink.
Enough to know he's real smart. He used to...
You fight?
So I...
Later. Serenity, I presume?
You presume too much. If you don't know who you're dealing with, you got no bit.
I know who I'm dealing with. That's why I came to see you. Ask you to stop selling your shit to Chance and his gang. Ask, being a euphemism, if you even know what that...
A feminism, huh? Funny. I don't know what you're talking about. But now I'm the one asking. I'm asking you to leave real fast, or if you even know what that...
I see you're having trouble hearing me. But with a couple of kicks...
What? Okay. Hey, dude, chill. You were right. We just had some misunderstanding. But it's all cool now. Not one more hit for Chance and those guys, I swear. They can go buy somewhere else and...
That's good. I was sure we could come to a mutual...
Problem?
Just questions. You never have problems with the...
Ha! The cops! The militia doesn't exist anymore. And when a couple of soldiers do come around here, we take care of things. But don't go getting all misty-eyed. They ain't exactly clean either. When they come see...
I catch your drift. You ever have anything to do with the Resistance?
What for? I don't give a shit about politics. And they ain't into my line of fine consumer goods. They like their good little fanatics to have a clear head. Especially their boss. Thinking it'd do him some good to do some now and again, though.
For someone who never met him, you sure seem to know.
In my business, you always find out about things. And Marco, I heard it don't make a difference if you're on his side or not. So the best thing to do, when it's like that, is stay out of it. I keep my...
I'll let you...
Yeah, you do that. You got my papers? I can't...
Here you go. Well, the paper.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, what do you...
Later.
Papers?
Here you go.
Everything looks okay. You can go.
Hey, look who's here. So, Roy, I think we need to talk about Prowess.
What about him?
You said you were friends with Prowess, right? But you didn't mention you actually worked together. How interesting.
Really? How so?
You are dangerous. I know you're the one who beat the crap out of these guards in the shanty. Which actually makes you the perfect candidate for a job I could offer. If you're interested.
I'm listening.
There are several gangs smuggling all kinds of things here. But our superiors don't seem to want to let us stop them, or even just keep an eye on them. Priorities, they say. I need evidence, so they finally move their asses and let us put an end to these smuggling operations.
And you want me to collect that evidence, right?
Ooh, how perceptive. That's a good start. These guys are bastards. They scam citizens selling their shit at the highest price as if it was pure water. So, what do you say?
And,
Serum, of course.
Fine by me. Show me where those guys actually...
Great. Just try to be smooth, though. So, took care...
Not yet.
All right.
You wouldn't be a friend to Jared.
I know her, yeah. Who doesn't, you know?
Seems she likes you. She's worried about your...
Really? Just that, I got some...
I got a few questions. Who's your pimp? Things...
My boss, he's right back there. And yeah, he's a real sweetie. Anything else?
I got a few You here all day?
Pretty much, yeah. But, you know, I spent...
But surely even these women...
Anything else?
I got a few questions. Is the pay good?
Why? You looking for a career change? If you work... Listen, leave me alone. He'll kill me if you keep this up. He beats me every day.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm gonna have a...
Disgusting. You'll make him...
Can you tell me more about this neighborhood?
You know, the way I see things, not much more than my room and the square. This is the shopping district, you know? You can buy it.
I've known Charity for ages, but...
You gotta know that Charity worked like us before. So she keeps an eye on girls like me. Helps us. She came to me just after I started. Gave me advice. She's been keeping an eye on me.
Later. Listen, that girl of yours, doesn't look like she's being...
What business is that of yours? She ought to be happy.
Be happy? You son of a...
I don't think you get my drift. You let her leave, and I don't kick your head.
Oh, you really think a shithead like you's gonna scare me? Now get the fuck out of here, asshole.
Whoa, chill out. I'm sure we can...
You want her for yourself? Then buy her off me. But no way I'm taking a hit.
You little fuck. That was a...
You making progress with the...
I talked to your pimp. You can go back to your neighborhood. If I were you...
Thanks. Thanks a lot. One more week and I think I'd have died.
Listen, that girl of you...
What?
Be happy?
I'm sure we could...
You want her for you, but no way.
Here you go.
Of course.
No, thanks.
I got the sweet...
What do you sell?
You making progress with the...
I talked to your...
Thanks.
Hi.
Looks... You don't miss a trick, do you?
The neighborhood...
The place... So the merchants around, hire...
See you later. Have a look at my merchandise? Show me what you got. Hey.
Hey, what do you...
Later.
Hello again.
I hope they're smart enough to take... Your son's doing better?
It is tough, but there are no half measures with these substances. I give him pain relievers, and that...
And his father?
I'd rather not talk about that. I told...
Good luck. You know the...
Mr. Frugality? Of course, he was living here before I was even... He's hardly a master of his trade, but he's a good man.
I'm going.
Can I help you?
You know... What'd she have?
She never managed to give birth. I helped the doctor with various... But when it turned out that she was showing symptoms of mutation, the son of a bitch decided that her sterility was a sign that she simply shouldn't have children. He denounced her so she would be put in a reserve with the other mutants. But she preferred to take her own life. Mr. Frugality was the one who found her, hanging in the workshop. A letter for him at her feet. The poor man.
I think it must be harder for him to leave. I'm going.
Thank you. I'd never be back in my workshop if it had...
Surely you'll return the... I went for a non-violent approach, at least with them.
Yeah, well, they didn't look real happy. They even... Guess I should think about getting some kind of weapon.
Might be a good idea, you know? The scumbags around here may not be hard to impress, but if you don't show a few teeth, you'll sleep outside again and they'll...
Ah, you got that right.
I gotta admit, I don't really see what...
We moved here nearly 40 years ago, my wife and I. Wasn't the lap of... And there were things to do around here at the time. She was an artist, you know? Compared to what she could do with her hands, the technomancers were nothing. She's not here anymore. But I can't leave. I'd have liked to know the place was going to survive both of us. If we'd had a kid, that would have been what we wanted.
I see. Since you've been living here, you must have heard of...
Of course. Great woman. I don't even want to...
I suppose so.
It's not what you think. She's got good company, that's for sure, but that's not...
Really?
May seem like an old-fashioned idea, but she's a good person. She helps people. And has enough influence so things run pretty much smoothly, even though it's sure not the Source or its soldiers who are going to do that for us. Hooker or not, it's people like her that maybe Wisdom and his guard dog should try selling their bodies to see what it's like. They could do with a change of I mean, don't go repeating that, of course. You tend to relax.
No problem. I can't even think of how to fit it into a... What's...
I've been... Anyway...
And,
Oh, and seeing as the...
I thought you couldn't... Later.
Roy, look...
Always
Of course.
I got your
So I heard, yes. Thank you, Roy. Here, take these clues.
And the Resistance?
I have a few leads, but nothing solid. Come back and see me soon.
It's my hero.
You don't look so...
I'm a lot better since that bastard stopped hitting me. But you know, let's just say I got my share.
What kind of...
Girls disappearing. Some even turn up dead. Nobody...
I see. Later.
Sorry, Roy.
Please, miss.
I need money.
Bah. I always have some kind of trouble, you know how it goes. I could use your persuasive skills to... First, I'd really like to get payment from a customer who's been annoyingly slow to honor...
Your girls give credit?
These are hard times, handsome. Some of them make compromises. I just make sure they don't get fucked any more than they should. Which leads us to our second guy, or should I say pig, who keeps harassing my girls, asking for free tricks. That one, you reason with him, you hang him by the balls, or even make sausage meat out of him. I could care less, but I just don't ever...
I'll see what I can do. Right. So... Not too smart, are we? See the glove? You feel like fucking with a pissed-off technomancer? I'm sure that would be a shocking experience, and, I trust you like shocking, right?
Technomancer. Oh, wait a minute, man. I'm sure we can, okay.
But you'll stop fucking around and change neighborhoods.
Well, no, yeah, I mean, yes. That's what I wanted to say. I'll leave these girls alone, and you won't...
Wise decision. One that actually saves your life. You better keep your word, though. You don't want...
No, it won't. All right, I promise. You won't be...
Well?
Like you'd give a
Go on, tell me.
Really? My wife, Fidelity, disappeared. It's been over 2 days. I've been to the army, and they've been sympathetic, but that's all.
Huh, I see.
What? No. Please. Either...
Look, I'm pretty busy, so I can't promise you anything, but if I hear...
You do that? Here, please, take her picture.
I'll be back if I...
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I was...
None of your business.
Hey.
Hi. What?
I wanted to ask...
Yes?
Later. Hey. Can I see what...
okay, Roy?
Look. You and enough to... He used... Later.
bastard for me!
Morality, right?
Do I know you?
I'm just the guy they sent to break your knees until you paid your debt.
What? There must be...
The girls from Charity's bar would seem to...
Ah, the hookers. And what proof do they have now? Let it be a lesson to them. When you're stupid...
Fine by me.
Yeah? You and what...
Right. What am I gonna do with you? This time, I'm only taking the serum that's in your pockets. If you don't want me to drain what's in your veins as well, you better get the fuck... have all the evidence you wanted.
Awesome. Roy, man, you sure live up to your...
You know, with all the gangs around, I've been wondering why you were after that one in particular. Not to mention that with all the soldiers around, it's kind of sad to hear you can't even have one who could keep... Only wondering, of course. It's just that, oddly enough, I have a few doubts about that whole operation. Might have something to do with the fact that I know prowess. He'd be the kind of guy with a few friends in uniform.
Listen, you should know that in this sector, it's
In this sector, huh? And what sector are we talking about again? Not the army.
Okay, Roy. How about I don't...
How about you triple it and we call it a day?
Talk about a ripoff. All right, then. Take that serum and disappear.
You heard about that woman who disappeared 2 days ago?
Let me see. I checked so many people. Nope.
Heard anything about these strange murders?
The serial killer, huh? Not much. Except it would seem he drugs his victims, though. That's pretty much all I know. The guys on the case seem to be stuck. Or just too busy to actually give a shit about...
Really? Wow, that's amazing. Anyway, thanks for the info.
I got the suit.
Later. Hi.
You don't miss a trick,
In your job, I imagine you keep an eye on it.
I see a lot of women passing by. What's a particular...
She's been particularly missing for 2 days.
Husband? Sad. I remember because the way she was walking. She seemed like she drunk too much.
I see. Thanks for the info. See you later. That's one ugly cut.
Did you see her face?
Just a quick look. The drool and the red eyes kind of turned me off.
The eyes injected with blood, indeed. Significant amount of very thick saliva on the lips, which are otherwise very dehydrated. Oh, I also noticed that her hands were relatively red, especially for a corpse.
You know this?
All too well, unfortunately. They're the symptoms of EBL, which is also called date rape drug.
Do I want to know why it's called?
The powder creates a powerful inhibitor in the frontal lobes. The victim loses awareness of their actions and the consequences. They become somewhat anesthetized, completely relaxed, uninhibited.
Uh-huh, and open to every proposal from the first dog in heat to come walking up.
Please, this drug is repugnant. And what makes it worse is that it has no odor, no color, and dissolves easily in any liquid.
In other words, all someone has to do is pour a little in your drink, and before you know it, you're fucked.
My word, I see you understand the principle that...
You seem to know a lot on the subject.
I'm a nurse. But, yes, I know the drug. Better than I would...
That is. Sorry.
So am I. I knew him, you know. At least, I thought I knew him. I feel so stupid. But I'm still here at least, not like those poor girls. The monster killing them all has to be stopped. And, I'm sorry, but have his balls cut off.
You think she died of an overdose?
No, I think she was still alive when the killer opened her up. I just hope she wasn't conscious. She must have bled to death. But again, I can't be sure without having properly examined.
That's already an interesting lead. How do you get the drug? Not on every street corner, right?
From a dealer, of course. Go see my son's dealer. He must know more about it than me.
All right, I'll go find the dealer.
Another woman victim of that.
Your son's...
It is tough, I give you...
Good luck. I'm going. That poor woman's body is in bad...
Another woman victim.
I'm going. The access looks blocked for the moment. Hi.
You know...
The name...
Hello again.
Show me what...
Roy, honey, I found the resistance. Or at least a way to get in touch with them. They have an informer in a bar in the North neighbor. You'll probably have to earn his respect before he trusts you. He seems
Yeah, you really are the queen of the city. Huh.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Miss Charity, thanks for your help.
Call me Charity like everyone, kid.
I took care.
Good. Could you get all this?
Hope so. I took all he had. Squeezed him to the...
I see. And that's even more than what he... Here, take this as...
That pervert won't be trouble any longer.
Now that's a really... That sure deserves a...
I, took care of those two parasites who were making your life...
Well, you proved I could trust you with the money from that default guy. I know, of course. I need someone reliable to assist...
Hold on. You trust a banker, and you put me to the test? All right.
Don't be jealous, sweetheart. Of course I trust you. But it's a dame. Our transporters are regularly ambushed by a bunch of organized...
Neither do I. You can count on me. And, which secure...
Honesty. He'll be waiting for you. Just go see him when you're ready to leave.
Yes?
Come on. Some bad news.
What?
I'm sorry. She's dead. They found her.
Fidelity. How did she die?
I believe she was the victim of a serial killer. Some sick son of a bitch is going around...
A serial killer? You think there's a serial killer in this city? Do you think she suffered?
Hard to say. The drug alone was a lethal dose. Hopefully, she lost consciousness before he could do her any harm.
A serial killer.
I'm so sorry.
I can't face seeing her like that now.
I'm leaving. Buddy.
Hey.
I heard you can fill me in on how to get in touch with the
Me? That's a... Hey, listen. Not a safe topic. They meet back there. I just keep my eyes closed. They think if there's a password, there can be no rest. Comes from their song.
Thanks. I won't forget it.
Thanks. I'll go have a look.
Hey, where do you think you're going like that?
There can be no rest.
Until they drink of our tears. You may enter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Forget it.
You want to meet the Resistance? Consider it done. What do you want? I'll warn you right away that if they smell a trap, they'll kill you.
Stop it, Marco. We know who they are. They have no reason to betray...
Really? Even the Renegade? I bet he could get his place back at the Source if he turned us in.
I doubt it. They know me too well and want me alive. They know I'm not made for the Source.
Roy won't betray you. They want him too. Please, you have to listen.
All right, kid. Talk.
My parents were militia. When I came back from the Abundance camp, ruins were all that was left of their home.
Poor kid. Almost everyone in the militia was killed in a single night. Not many of them got away. And they're with us...
I don't even know what happened to them. They could have been captured. I don't know.
You look sincere. And we need people like you. You, on the other hand, don't count on it. I can't take the risk. The Technomancers are too unstable.
Marco, we should maybe talk to the others before deciding. After all, he could be useful to...
Judy, I just tried to talk things over with the others as much as possible. But I said no. This man...
Great. I can understand being paranoid can help in your kind of situation, but you're going a bit far.
Please, Roy, let me try and convince them that you're an honorable man. Just give me some time. What was that?
An explosion, but not one of ours.
That wasn't an explosion. Only a fluid overload can make that kind of noise.
The Technomancers again. We should get out of here. That kind of noise will bring a patrol straight here.
Roy.
Take it easy, kid. I should go see this explosion close up.
Did you hear that? They say Technomancers are doing raids downtown. I heard they're looking for some fugitive, but that's all I know.
hell is she doing here? Won't take long for a patrol to show up. I better get her out of the way. There you go. Looks like she's waking up.
Did you really think you could kill my master and get away with it? After running away with your tail between your legs? You thought a weak woman would never come after you, didn't you?
Mary. Like you said, your master didn't give us a choice. You're exhausted and really worked up.
I feel weak. But when I got here, I was full of anger and power. What has happened to me?
You had an overload you couldn't get rid of. Young technomancers are almost never told about things like that. It makes it harder for them to escape. You were alone, and all that power took over. Now you're empty. You should rest.
I feel awful. Like I've been ripped to shreds inside.
The overload was too strong. You need help. I'll go find some medicine so you can recover. Here, take this. It'll prevent any internal bleeding and get you back on your feet.
I should thank you, shouldn't I? If I join you, will you teach me to control the overload?
I could teach you how to do that, yeah. Some people even learn to use the overload without suffering too much from...
Are you going to sleep with me? Sean did.
If it happens, I want it to be because you wanted to, not because you feel you have to. You can help me a lot, Mary, but you're not my slave.
Maybe, but I want to survive. And if that's what it takes, it doesn't matter.
I'll say it again. You don't have to, Mary. You should only give your body to someone if you want to, not treat it like a piece of meat.
Before now, everyone used my body in exchange for my life, or for knowledge. I'll think about it. Thank you, Roy. Hello, Roy. Can I do something for you?
I was wondering... You don't want to change what you're wearing? You're dressed as ripped to shreds. Not really, discreet.
This dress reminds me of who I am. It's a testimony of my shredded past. I've lost so much due to my ignorance. Today, I am what I am. A pariah. A renegade hunted by my peers. But also a new woman. Free to determine her own conventions. Without bonds.
I suppose I can understand that. You're a little lost here. It's your last link to your past life. All right, fine. We'll go on like that. How did you become apprentice to the warden of a prison camp?
It's a long story. I'm sorry. I really don't know you. I'd rather talk about it some other time.
What are the Abundance Technomancers like? Do they have the same status as here?
I don't know much about it. But from what I saw, the people are afraid of them, just like here, even though they'll never be allowed to hold the highest offices. But they're in the army. They are not allowed to form cliques or teams. A master is simply allowed an apprentice, nothing more. They're primarily a military unit, for the battlefield.
Why did you take the risk of following me? You would have kept your...
I was so angry, livid with rage. Sean had saved and now I see that he was using me. But how was I to know that then, when he was all that I knew? I followed you for one reason.
You said he saved you?
Yes, I'm sorry. He...
Come on, Mary. You're not really a normal kind of person.
All right. I suppose I can tell you. I was born here, in Shadow Lair. It didn't take long for the source to find. I think you had already left. Or I was too young, and you were too old for us to be together.
How did you end up in Abundance in that case?
My master at the time had to go fight, of course, and he wanted to take me with him. The source wanted to refuse, but he had tremendous influence. I found myself on a battlefield, and I was horribly afraid. I think I panicked.
Go on.
I was so afraid I fell into a trench. Some men from Abundance came towards me. They were laughing. And then their officer showed up. It was Sean. He seemed really strict. In fact, he was furious with his men. I know that he had to fight to keep me. That's why he was sent from the front and ended up in Camp 90.
Why not talk to me about it?
I was afraid you'd abandon me to the source. Of course, there are good masters there, but there are also... Anyway, I often served them when I was very young.
Listen, I'm sorry, Mary. I know some girls are abused, but... Anyway, it's over now. You're free of them. How did you end up in a... Go. You must have a virtue name. Mary's not...
Right. I was called Mercy, but the name no longer means anything to me. Even if Sean used me, he helped me live again. He stopped me from going insane. He's the one who called me Mary. Just like the rags I'm wearing, I want to keep...
I understand. I'm not gonna lecture you about changing your name. Let's get back to... I want to tell you something. Come with me. I'd like to have you with me.
It would be a pleasure. I prefer it